What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another spoiler recap here at Big Gold Belt Media. Today, we're going to talk about episode 4 of Gen V Season 2, premiering September 24th, only on Prime Video. I'm Cam from Cam's Collection. We also got my boy, Damian G from the Damian G Show, and we got Stevie down bottom. And we're your regular recappers for this whole entire season. We talked about episode 1 through 3, and now we're on episode 4. And let's just go ahead and get into it and just go ahead and start a rating, guys. What did you think of episode 4? I'll start with you, Damien.
Is this one
through 10? Yeah, sorry, got specified.
4. Some good plot devices, but all in all, I feel as if this was a setting the table for episode 5 and beyond.
Yeah. What do you think, Stevie?
I think I'll give it a 6. There were some things I liked. I like that. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I'd probably give it about 6 as well. I'm not gonna say it's a filler episode, but it felt like it was laying some breadcrumbs to get to the next episode after this.
Correct.
There were some good moments and some crazy moments in this episode, but nothing that really stood out compared to 1 through 3. I think 1 through 3 took the cake, and then like this one just seems like it's going to trickle us into 5, and we're going to see where the rest of the season goes. But yeah, so this 4th episode actually picks up with Jordan and Marie. At this point right now, they are talking to the marketing expert at Vought, who's the guy. What is his name? Like, I've seen him in so many things, but he was in Woke, wasn't he? You were saying, I think, right, from Hulu.
I'd never seen him before.
Okay. So. Yep. He was on a show called Woke. And he was like the star person on the Hulu show. And they know him now as the marketing expert for Vought. And the marketing ploy that he's trying to push is there's a battle for number 1, right? Because I believe all the ranking systems have been reset. And now at Godolphin University, they're trying to figure out who's going to be number 1. Of course, we had Jordan Lee that was already kind of at top, but now Marie is kind of pushing her stake in that situation. But I think the weird part is that like nobody's trying to be number 1, really, right?
Nope.
Like they're just kind of like force feeding them. Do you think that's gonna like that's gonna like turn against the dean later on in this season? What do you guys think? I'll start with you, Stevie.
I can see that, but I also think that the school just wants like a number 1. Like I feel like that they're just such like corporate overlord type things that you just need something to put on top. And then I could definitely see that maybe playing into something in the future, especially if Marie becomes number 1, like how that could factor into Cipher kind of like being the little Yoda, the Yoda to her Jedi training type thing. So I can see that.
Yeah. What do you think, Damien?
So the funny thing is that going back to season 1, they made a big deal out of the rankings, right? You had to be the rankings to be able to be eligible for the 7 or something of that ilk. And now we get to season 2, and this is probably the first real mention of the importance of the rankings, with Jordan being number 1, and then during this episode mentioning that they always used to look at the rankings every single day. So as Stevie said, it's a reset. Because I almost forgot about the rankings until this episode.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a huge part of the campus life, or I don't know. They kind of put these people on a pedestal as well, to make them feel like this is really important. Like the ranking system is something that we gotta have. Like we gotta have it, or there's no type of order, or nobody knows what their job's going to be on a day-to-day basis. Because as we've seen, like classes have been divided up, where either you're going to be like a social media influencer, or you're going to be doing marketing, or some people are going to go to heroes class, like Marie at this point. So I don't know. It just seems pretty divisive, but we see so much social media in this season, I think, like more than last year. And it seems like the influencer part of like being in the forefront and having your face out there is more vital than anything we've seen in the previous season before, though. But yeah, the marketing expert is trying to push that these two are going to be going up in a battle for number 1 spot. And you guys reminded me of the slogan that he used: the bloodbender versus the gender bender. Dicey, super dicey.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, they do not hold back. I mean, we already knew that about Gen V. I mean, we thought, the gore and the shocking moments were something, but even the wordplay that they use is a little dicey, Um, so in doing so, there's a gladiator class or seminar that Dean Cipher has been holding, and as we know, Marie is his prodigy, right? Like, she is cream of the crop. That is who he wants to develop over anyone else, and he wants to see her as number one, to be honest with you. So now in the class, to basically push her potential, he is giving her, I guess, not a task, but like, an assignment to move these bags of blood over to a table, right? And the job is for her not to pop the bags of blood. And of course, when she first does it, she fails, right? And then for some reason, he knows what to say to get under her skin, or not get under her skin, but to pull the best potential out of her. When you guys saw a scene like this, did you think for a second, like, okay, what if Marie turns? That's what I kept thinking when I saw it. I was like, man, he really knows how to hone these powers, very well, even though it's not his. It's like, man, how do you know so much about just moving blood or being able to tap into what you have? Damien, did you think for a second maybe she might switch up and maybe like,
oh hell yeah,
yeah.
I still wouldn't put it out of the question, to be quite honest, because this is very Star Warsian, right? Where the Yoda references, and she's quote unquote the chosen one, because obviously Cipher has bigger plans for her. Just turn her into Darth Vader at this point and just go ham on the 7 or go ham on Homelander.
Yeah. What do you think, Stevie?
Yeah, I could see that happening. I could see her turning, but then I also feel like that he's taken like a special interest in her, because I feel like that he's like the scientist that kind of like helped create her in a sense. Because
he
like
helped birth her. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's like the in charge of this like Odessa thing and stuff like that when they found out. So in my head, I was also thinking like this seems like a very like scientist thing to do. It's like kind of like see your experiment all the way through and see how, if your hypothesis worked, and seeing if they can do something and how far they can go.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, if you put that much time into one thing, you want to see it through. Because I just imagine like, what was the guy who like, he wasn't really Homelander's dad, but he called him dad though, right? But he was really just a scientist that kind of just locked him up in the room and kind of experimented on him to see how invincible he was. That's how it seems like in this situation. But Marie never knew this person, so she has no type of emotional, adolescence attachment to him. But he still sees her probably like, as his prodigy, his number one on the top list, so it's an eerie relationship and the interest that he takes to her though. So in doing so, she's able to move these bags over. He makes a funny comment, I thought, because like she always uses her hand to like try to move stuff. Man, my hand's really in the camera, sorry. So she always does like the hand thing to be able to float stuff or move stuff around, and he's like, what are you doing? Like, that doesn't do anything. Feel every blood cell, every piece of oxygen in the blood, every red blood cell, and you'll be able to move it. And she ends up doing her first I guess you can call it a human trial, but it was on something alive, which was a goat, right? And he makes a comment like, we name the goats after people that we hate or whatever. And I think the first goat was named Elon Musk, right?
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And then I think she loses concentration and she blows up Elon Musk after having him float in the air. And then he's like, oh, bring in Julia Fox, right? Which is the next one after that. It's like, man, I wonder what the third goat's gonna be called. If she makes it that far, to be honest with you. So a little bit further down in this episode, we get to see that Jordan and Emma are trying to reconcile. I mean, Jordan still has this animosity towards not Emma, I'm sorry, Cate. So Jordan and Cate are trying to reconcile their differences, because we know Damien hates Cate, but Cate wants to be better, right? She wants to be a better person.
Okay,
that's it right there. Or she wants to have some type of like, I think she really wants to be a team again, because like I think the loss of Andre really kind of weighed on her a bit also. I'm trying to trying to reach out to her more sensitive side for the fans out there.
Bro,
Like,
you are no, you alone in that,
go ahead,
man.
go ahead, go ahead.
You no. First off, it happened before the reconciliation. Just for the audience, it happened before the blood testing. So what happens is that they're trying to go and break into Cipher's house to see what's he got going on in his house, in his study, because he's so mysterious. Does he have powers? What are his powers? So at this point of the story, there was a quick mention of just a bonding experiment that they had many a year ago with 4 dicks in a bathroom, for lack of a better term. And for whatever reason, they bonded over that phrasing, which was hilarious. And apparently Cate can now make people fuck garden gnomes. So, because we know her powers are a little wonky, because of head trauma, open wounds, things like that. But if this is how you bond again after hating someone for so long, what a way to do it, right? Like, hey, I hate you. You're part of the reason my best friend died. Oh, by the way, that guy's fucking a gnome. It's your fault, by the way. What? This is not the buddy cop film I need to see. No, I don't need to see this buddy cop film.
I thought that scene was kind of cute. I like that they bonded. They bonded over something. I thought that was cute. They had a little laugh.
It was. I think they were kind of like bonding over their like, I don't want to say slutty college days.
The dumb shit they did.
Yes.
That's basically what it was. That happens. Everybody has their streak, and they bonded over that moment. That happened to be when they were, I guess, the best of friends at that time.
Right. So that explains why they're trying to mend fences, or at least that kind of was a catalyst for them trying to mend fences, because we also hear Jordan tell her, I hate you and I don't want to do it forever, kind of thing. So they were friends at one point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be an olive branch, a very awkward olive branch.
Small olive branch as well.
Yeah.
A flimsy small olive branch, it'll help, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so I mean, as they're trying to come back together, we do get to see the scene with the blood for the goats with Marie, and then we kind of kick back and we see that Emma Harper, who is like the chameleon powered soup, and her roommate are all trying to get in and not just like paint things all through the city. She's trying to like convince them that we got to do more, right? We have to do more to help the cause, and just paint stuff on the walls for in the name of Starlight that's not the resistance, right? We're not resisting anything by just making the janitor work even harder, because the janitor is just a normal dude. He's just some normal dude that has to go to work every day. He's probably human, most likely. But when they're able to all kind of hatch this plan together, Marie, when she was doing the blood test, she could sense inside of Dean Cipher that his blood didn't have V in it, right?
Right.
Which is very odd, right? It's like, all right, man, so all these superheroes and there's a human that's in charge of all of them. That's kind of crazy. So in their head, they're like, you know what, we can expose him, and if we can expose him to the school, nobody will fear him. They'll riot. They'll probably like kick him out. They'll probably kill him. Who knows? We've seen the lady at the coffee shop and how, on skittish she is being a human on a day-to-day basis. So, they feel like that'll have the same cause and effect here. Did you guys think it was going to work as well as it did, or did you think the plan was going to work? I'll start with you, Stevie.
No. It seems too easy.
Too easy, right? Too easy.
Too easy. No,
yeah, absolutely
not. Think that. No, he's very smart. I will say that.
He is. He is.
Did not think that.
What did you think, Damien?
So first off, if Emma's the brains of your operation, we got a problem right then and there.
Yeah.
Okay. Because she's chaotic energy incarnate. So the fact that she's leading this charge about we gotta fuck shit up. Hold on, wait a minute, because you were playing beer pong a couple episodes ago as the beer pong.
She was the pong.
Relax. Yeah. So if the scene was meant to be humorous because she failed miserably, as we've come to find out, then I'm all for it. But she's taking what Andre told her probably as a passing comment to heart, man. That's like, the Uber fan that says they believed in me, bro. They just told you they're proud of you once. Calm the fuck down. But now she's over here trying to start a riot, trying to be the brains of the operation, and always telling people let's go and mess stuff up. So I'll say this: I was intrigued as to where she was going to go in the first 3 episodes, as I said here last week. I hope it's not going to be this trope of just she's going to be the anarchist and get people into trouble, because that's just kind of a cheap way out.
Yeah. I mean, I will say also with Emma is that I feel like her character is really grown as well too, though. Like,
pun unintended.
Yeah, no pun intended at all. And I feel like she's really, I wouldn't say jumped into a leader position, but she's right there, right? She's like right on the cusp of being big. Oh God, another pun. Yeah, another pun. Yeah, she's definitely getting there. Like the self-esteem is growing, but if she could just figure out really how to work her powers like in the best way, then she'll be good, you know. But she's the best scenario or story of seeing someone in development mode, you know what I'm saying, like with their superpowers and just life in general. So in doing so, when they try to figure out this plan, I believe they agree to do the fight right at this point with for Marie and Jordan. And then in doing so, they're going to use that as a moment where they can, I guess, have Cipher alone and then be able to get him on camera confessing that he is a human, right? Mm-hmm. So the plan is kind of weird because like Emma's plan is to go through the water pipes, and why wouldn't she just hand Cate the camera is what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, yeah, pockets.
Why wait to bring it in? Correct.
Yeah.
There was no security patting her down from what I remember, right? I don't remember any security. Like,
I think that was the reason why they did it, was because they thought maybe security would pat her.
Because they probably shoot. Yeah, and we know her powers are sketchy, so she wouldn't be able to probably get past the security anyway, or without them doing something to hurt themselves like really bad. So which would probably raise a red flag that she's using her powers on somebody. So yeah, Emma decides that she's gonna go through the water pipes to get to the suite where Cipher is staying at, not where he's staying at, but where he's watching the fight from, which is like in a top, I guess like an overhead suite area or whatever in the stadium. And Emma is like, I mean not Emma, Cate is like it's a weird situation because like she dressed up and felt very like it's about to be a little freaky date. I don't know if y'all felt that.
I definitely got creepy vibes from him.
Yeah, very creepy.
Yeah,
very creepy. I was like, they the only two in this suite. I was like, Cate gonna have to take one for the team, man. Like, I don't know what's about to happen here, but but in doing so, of course, every plan that they hatch, there has to be some type of hiccup. And in doing so with the hiccup, I think like the maintenance man comes in while they turn off the pipes that she's walking through. First off, how does she get directions to get through these damn pipes?
Right. Was there blueprints? I don't recall seeing any blueprints.
I'm like, how the hell you know how to get to this room? I know my ass would have got. I've been in there for a week, probably just stuck. So I was like, man, I got a lot. This is giving me more questions than answers right now. But eventually, she ends up in the suite, right? But she ends up coming through the toilet, and at the same time, she's in the toilet bowl. Cipher decides he's got to take a crap and walks in there, sits, and she's like scrambling to get out of there. And you see everything when he get ready to sit on the toilet. I'm like, oh man, come on, man.
More butt stuff, man. They really want.
Man, I said, I hope this. I hope this not Hamish for real, bro. Get out of here, bro. Like, wow. Too close and personal. So she gets out of there and then she runs into under the door into the suite area or the little lounge area and gives Cate the camera where she sets up on the desk. And he eventually comes out of the bathroom. Him and Cate are having a conversation while the fight is getting ready to commence. And she basically says like, you're busted. Or no, she didn't say he's busted, but he's like, he knows something's going on, right? He's too smart. We already talked about this. Way too smart. Were you shocked when he said, is this my right side? Where do you want the camera to point at? I'll start with you, Stevie.
No, he is so smart. He is crazy smart. No, it wasn't a surprise at all. When he said that, I was like, oh my God, I know that. He already knows. He already knows. And there's been other points in the show where you just see how smart he is and stuff like that. So it didn't surprise me one bit.
Can't fool him. What did you think, Damien?
I agree with Stevie. Basically, just he knows what he knows, and it's one of those things where we may not have known he had powers, but at the very least, he's a master manipulator, like you were saying earlier in this review, and also a person that knows that everybody wants to kill him. So he's gonna take precautions.
Yeah. It kind of threw me for a loop, honestly. I mean, the plan seemed like faulty as hell from the jump, so I was like, oh, some shit gonna happen, or like this plan's probably gonna fall through. Like, we're only at episode 4, there's no way he's getting exposed, already. And then he makes the comment about like, what side do you want the camera on? Is this my best angle for it? And then Cate goes and tries to tell him that, hey, you're busted, like, we got you. Marie sensed that there's no V in your blood, so we know that you're human now. Right, you got no powers at all. And he says, oh, I have no powers. And he turns to see Jordan and Marie continuously sitting there acting like they're not trying to fight. And he puppet masters Jordan and basically goes or telepathically puts himself inside of Jordan's body and makes her do everything that he wants her to do, like a puppet. And they start fighting. Was that a WTF moment for both of y'all when y'all saw that? Like,
yeah, because I really thought he didn't have powers.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was going to be his power. I thought if it would have been some sort of maybe mind reading, but the fact that he threw himself. If you watch Naruto, you know the Ino power. That's exactly what Ino does. So literally that was his power, to puppet master and throw his consciousness inside of Jordan. So I was like, hell fucking yes. Now he's more interesting now, not just a sleazeball.
Yeah. I mean, for his power to be something so epic, honestly, it's like, dang, like he got it all. Like, he got it all going on. Damn. One, you can't sense it. One, you don't know if he has powers or not because he hardly uses it. And he seems to be kind of oblivious to pain at this point too, so it's like, how do you hurt the dude? How do you hurt him at this point? So the ultimate supervillain at this point, man. It's crazy. So in doing so, he kind of puppet masters Jordan, and Jordan starts to beat the crap out of Marie. The gladiator seminar training kind of comes into full circle now, and she's able to lift Jordan by lifting the blood inside of her, or just her whole entire body, which is basically blood. And I'm pretty sure for Jordan it hurt, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's almost like levitating and boiling your insides basically when it's happening. But I think also for Jordan, she was able to like feel, or they were able to feel everything that was going on with Cipher 2 at the time, which is so strange. I thought, honestly, when I saw it and Marie started lifting Jordan, that Jordan was going to explode. Did y'all think she was more Jordan for the whole entire season? What did you think?
Yeah, I thought so too. And also, like, where is Jordan's parents? Why are they okay with them doing this death match thing going on too? I was thinking about that too. That was wild. But yeah, no, I definitely thought she was going to explode. And she looked really creepy floating up in the air.
Yeah,
like,
that's the part that got me. That part,
she was like laughing too.
Yeah,
because he was controlling her.
Right.
It was so creepy. But yeah,
very odd. What did you think, Damien?
Oh, when they were levitated, I thought, okay, they're not going to blow up Jordan, but I'm thinking at least, at the very least, I expected blood to be pouring out of some orifice out of them at that point, because Marie did not master the powers at that point. But you're right, I didn't notice the subtle pride in Jordan's face, which was really the Dean. I didn't notice until you referenced it. Yeah, they had that look of yes, but no.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. It was a crazy way to kind of end the episode, I think, honestly.
Agreed.
I definitely thought there was going to be like more combo about it afterwards, to figure out what are they going to do now. There's like how do you defeat someone that can basically just take over anybody at any time? You know, like that seems impossible, to be honest with you. Was there any point in this episode that we might have forgot that you guys like wanted to point out?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's in his basement?
We did gloss over something small and juvenile because it's me saying it. The powers of the hair persuasion of sorts, the Medusing. I thought that was kind of shocking, but then again, it's Gen V. What else is new? Also, Emma's got a man friend all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he's smooth talking to her, and I thought he was a snitch though. Because remember when the plan went awry, he was supposed to be watching the door, and all of a sudden he just disappears, and then he tries to play it off like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're okay, bruh. I don't trust you. You came in through a window, okay? I don't care who's you're the brother of. I don't trust you." But
I was actually, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Like when he did come in the room, the third episode, he actually was like, they were on a higher floor. Like for some reason in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, he just walked through, you know, the main floor. But no, obviously, must mean he got some flying powers, you know, at this point.
Yeah, I think they said that he flied.
Crazy.
It was his power.
Oh, okay, so he does fly. Sam flies, he flies. She's got a type. That's what
they gotta fly.
They gotta fly, or she shrinks. Was there anything else that you guys want to point out with this episode that, you know, your favorite parts or anything you might have missed, or what you're most excited about for the next episode?
Go ahead, Stevie, if you have anything.
No, I don't have anything. I still am pretty sure they found that guy in the basement because that's why they were in the house in the first place. But we can just talk about it next episode just in case. I don't want to spoil nothing, but I am pretty sure they find him.
Okay. We'll save that. What I will say to cap it off on my end, I will give them credit for immediately jumping into the Fox News style rhetoric when the episode starts, using terms like woke and trans agenda, and just basically trying to fan the flames, as a lot of political shows tend to do on those political networks. And that's kind of how we started it. Like, welcome to God You, where the soups are the alt-right, apparently.
Yeah.
So
that's what I feel like they've been doing.
Right. So just seeing it continue to be played up is something that interests me. Also, because we mentioned it earlier, because Marie might turn. So what side, if she does turn, what side will she join? Is she going to be part of that agenda? Will she go against Jordan? Those are some of the things that I'm looking forward to, and I'm really hoping Cate dies.
Damn.
Cate.
Period. End of story. I hope Cate dies.
God, dog. Complete L for Cate.
Right?
But yeah, guys, let us know down below what you're most excited about in this episode, number 4 of Gen V Season 2, premiering September 24th, only on Prime Video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you be the first ones to know about new content that we drop on a week-to-week basis. And make sure you go check us out at biggoldbeltmedia.com. Until next time, peace.
I